Good morning, coffee lovers. Today we're going to be showing you the new Not Just Coffee website. Just spent the last couple days redesigning it, and we used all of our footage from all of our trips to inspire the design process. So we completely changed the concept, and we are building it based off of the evidence of what we have now, what our capabilities are. And right now, it's not a shop. It's not an e-commerce website right now. And the reason is because we have not exported any of the coffee. It's not available in any country right now. Unless you're in Thailand. It is available in Thailand. The Thai strain is there. If you're in Brazil, obviously the Brazil variety is available here. Or if you're in Sumatra, you can also order the coffee that we sourced. However, if you're in the US, it is not available yet. So that is our goal at some point. In the meantime, though, we redesigned the website so you can follow along on our journey. You can see all of the different coffee farms that we've toured, and it's a much cooler layout, I think. So I'm going to show you guys that right now, and then we're going to talk about some other projects that we've got going on. We just redesigned my wife's website, and actually I didn't even take part in that. She redesigned and planned her entire website. She restructured all of her content. She's a photographer, an artist, and creative director. She organized all of her content into folders. She let AI analyze everything and then develop a layout and design for all of her content. So this is a new process that we're doing, and it's really shown good results. And basically, the way it works is you just prepare all of your content, your biography, your photos, your media, videos, everything, your examples, your portfolio, evidence. You need your reviews, whatever the evidence it is. You put it all in folders and you structure it, right? Okay. And then you let AI analyze everything, and you ask it for a website plan, and it's going to give you a plan, and you're going to start off with probably design. So go through, say you want 3 different design directions to choose from. It'll show you some type of mood board, storyboard, walk you through that process, and then you can pick and you can see what it thinks your website should look like based on all of your media and all of your content. So this is proven to be very, very well, very cool. So it's like if you were to hand a designer all of your stuff and say, okay, plan me the best website. You're a strategist and you're a designer at the same time. Boom. Show me what you got. Show me things that I can choose from. And then that's how it works. So we did this with the Not Just Coffee, and we did this with my wife's recent website. And what else? Did we do that with anything else? I don't think so. No, those are the only 2 things right now that we've done with full content. Another thing that I'm doing is I'm creating a large archive on our hard drive. I don't know, 300 or 400 gigabytes of media, images and videos. And I've created basically an editor. It's an AI editor. It understands the media, and then it puts together either short form or long form content. So like for YouTube, it could potentially take this video and maybe other videos and put them together to create a long form YouTube video. And right now I'm testing this out. It's already quite successful. I've uploaded worth of 2 years of media from my phone, my wife's phone, and our DJI and her Fuji camera. So we've put that all into a hard drive. We've let AI analyze everything so it understands all of the media. And then it's organized all of that media into different stories, and it's already categorized stories that what makes sense. So these large stories, like from our trip to all of these coffee farms and different trips that we go on around the world, they're already chunked up. So it can already stitch all of this media together to where it forms a coherent video or story or format. And we tested it on our Sumatra trip. So right now at first it put together a 15-minute video, and then I gave it some feedback, and then it put together the full thing, 45-minute video. And I had to give it few more tweaks, and then right now it's in a very good spot. There's just a few more tweaks. I'm gonna watch the video one more time. I'm gonna take my notes. And basically this is how I'm training the model, or working with the AI editor, not necessarily training it, but giving it feedback, because it really doesn't have the human eye. Like I guess if it went through frame by frame, it could probably pick up on a lot of the stuff, but we don't have that. We haven't built that into it yet, so that reviewer. So right now it's just a human eye doing the reviewing, and I'm giving it feedback at certain timestamps throughout the video, and then it goes back and it edits it, and it's working out very well, actually. So I'm quite excited about that. We're going to be launching that video probably fairly soon. But actually Sumatra is not our first trip, so we need to go back to the very beginning, and we need to edit from the beginning all the way up to the point of Sumatra, so that might take a little bit more time. But anyways, it's all coming together, and we're going to be launching basically our YouTube series. It's our family vlog. It's called The Sang Chats, and we've already got a couple videos up there. We're basically explaining our entire life, how we met, since I met my wife, and since we had our baby, and all of our adventures that we've had along the way, and all of the adventures that we're gonna have in the future. So that's gonna be coming up. And what else? I'm still working on Ostra project. It's an AI receptionist and a website builder and a booking system for businesses. So it's actually a quite useful product for businesses if you need online booking, per staff booking, service booking, calendar on your website, chat on your website, and if you need an AI receptionist to answer your phones, or if you need a website, it'll build all of that, all from just prompting and chatting with the AI. So that's quite a good product, and I'm working with a couple people to get that launched right now. And what else do we got? What else do we got going on? Yeah, redesigning the coffee website, redesigning my wife's portfolio website. I built a couple more things. I've built I've been doing reoccurring routine schedules with Cloud. So that has been quite interesting. Basically, like every day, I want my websites to be updating every day, right? So I've created a daily task and also a weekly task. But my daily task is mostly SEO oriented. So it just basically checks all of my SEO on a couple websites, like the Ostra website, and also my personal brand, A-Rock Web Designs. So I've got it on running on those two. So it's an SEO daily task. So basically it goes through, it checks everything, and it pulls in my analytics and my search console and my queries and performance data. So it can make decisions based off of what's performing. So if we notice that we get some traffic from certain queries, we can start optimizing towards those queries that align with our strategy. And so, yeah, that SEO daily task is running every day at 5 a.m. So by the time I wake up, I've got stuff to look at and there's progress being made. So it's got the ability to edit the code locally. And then as soon as I get up, I get to review it, and then I can push that stuff live every day. It's nice because it's automated, right? And so I don't have to run that process manually. So I just wake up, review, and push. So this is a really cool, good workflow when working with cloud. So, and I think I'm going to be probably creating more of these processes. But right now, it seems to be a lot of like SEO and website improvements, right? So I could see definitely automating quite a bit of stuff in regards to that content creation. Like if you wanted to create a blog every single day or a new article, it can do that for you. However, the market is changing, right? So nowadays it's so easy to put out content very quickly, right? And then it becomes quantity, like mass quantity of stuff is just being put out there. And I think that's going to dilute the market a little bit. So like even if you get on Instagram, it's like people are just posting 2-3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times a day sometimes. But I've noticed that like your numbers don't really go up, and it starts to per post, it kind of goes down a little bit. I don't think you can post a viral video. You can't just post like 4 or 5 viral videos in one day, right? It's got to be quality over quantity is what I'm thinking. So less is more. We're gonna dial it down just a little bit. We're not gonna go post every single day. We want to do research. We want to move based off of signals, right? So you get a feeling that something's trending, right? You get some idea pop into your head. That's probably a good thing to post, Some days you may post 2-3 videos a day, but some days you may not even post. It's just one of those days where you may want to just observe. So we're gonna be working in this type of flow where we observe and we research and then we execute. So what else do we got? We've got some new business coming in. We've got people asking how to build. What are they asking to build? They're asking to build like a learning platform for like just basically like a tutoring system for kids. Maybe adults too. It could be for anyone really. It's a very broad ask, and that's exactly where my reply. That was exactly my reply. I was like, okay, well, yeah, it's quite easy to build something like this, like an online tutoring, AI tutoring platform. But what's the what's the plan? We need to really think about the plan. We gotta figure out, okay, who's our target audience? What subject are we gonna be targeting? What area of the world? What type of people? Do you already have access to people that are ready to use something like this? Because if that's the case, then it makes things a lot easier. But if we're trying to figure out who the user is right now, we need to narrow it down a little bit. So That was one ask that I got recently, and it was pretty cool to get that request because I like solving problems like that and building systems and thinking about all that stuff. Oh, hey, how are you? Dude, I saved this ladybug and it's still here. Crazy. Oh, she's on my coffee cup again. Dude, I saved her yesterday. She was in this bucket of water, and I was drinking another coffee yesterday, and she was chilling on my coffee cup, and here she is again. Came back to my coffee cup. Crazy. So, hey, how you doing? Chilling. My coffee cup yesterday had polka dots on it, just like her back. I'll post a picture. I took a picture yesterday, so splice it in. All right, and then so I got this request, and that's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, I sent him a bunch of questions. I was like, hey, let me know what you're thinking. If we got a plan together, it's easier to build something, right? I can have an MVP working product for some users like in one day. Tell me the subject, tell me what they want to learn. Boom, we can put a curriculum together and we can launch it. Like deploying something live to a URL where they could just log in and start using it is not difficult at all these days. I also got a request to teach English here in Brazil. I was just walking down the street, right? These guys were beekeeping. They were taking care of some bees for some of the neighbors. I was walking with my dog to the market, and they were like, after they got done, they were driving by, and they're like, "Oh, hey, watch out for the bees!" But he had a translator, and he was talking to me. I guess the neighbors were like, "Oh, this is the American guy walking down the street. He doesn't speak English." So yeah, they were like talking to me in Portuguese, and he's like, "Oh, be careful with the bees. We were just taking care of them while you're walking by." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And he's like, he was just like, basically, don't you want to teach English to my son? Somehow he ended up asking me that, and I was like, well, yeah, why not? I mean, my wife and I are here in Brazil. We're living here now, and we are looking for something to do. And actually, so we've been living in this area, and I was like, man, it would kind of be cool to like teach people English, because there's been a couple people, but they don't speak like fluent English, but they can speak a few words, right, and understand a little bit. So I was like, I think teaching English would probably do very well here in Brazil. I just mean like I think a lot of people would be interested. So I had this idea already in my mind, but I didn't vocalize it out loud. I didn't even tell my wife or anything. And then this guy just randomly comes up to me. He's like, "Don't you want to teach English?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I thought about that." Me and my wife we're looking for something to do. So, yeah. So I messaged the guy. He gave me his WhatsApp number, and so maybe we'll set up a time to do some language exchange, because we also want to learn Portuguese too. So yeah, so that could be another. I was already thinking, I was like, man, this would be so easy to just put a program together, or like some type of interactive online platform where I can have a conversation with someone and learn, like speak and text and like learn, and then like AI can like be into this, so it can be like, this is what this person's trying to tell you. Here's how you can pronounce it better. If you'd like to work on this reply, here's how it would work. So that is actually very cool. That is very, very interesting idea. Especially working with AI. I think for me, it's all about being fun, right? And I think working with AI and talking with AI and putting together a plan and interactive learning environment with you and another real person plus AI would be very cool. So that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, maybe it's a platform that we build, And then like English is just one of your subjects, and you can learn multiple subjects. But the thing is you can do it with other people, so that it's, you feel like, social. We're social beings. So that's that was one request that I got, two requests that I got. Another request I got recently was real estate. One of my friends just became a real estate agent and broker. She's got both licenses. So she asked me to build a website or a system for her. And I was like, yeah, actually, I can definitely help in the real estate market. I've been waiting to work with someone in the real estate market because I have a ton of ideas on what I can do. I just need one person with a license and a willingness to work with me to help them grow and to allow me to do what my ideas are. And so I have some ideas about the real estate market and how I can really promote and just promote a real estate agent or a real estate company or a broker's firm. I have some interesting ideas, but yeah, it would be nice to see some data behind that. So right now she's got a great baseline. She doesn't have anything, so we're gonna go take her from not having a website to having a full-on system to generate more leads. So I'm gonna create that for her. I got a meeting with her later today, and we're gonna launch that here very soon. I do have a little real estate website in my back pocket here. It's Dealflow AI, and that is an off-market investor and seller connection platform. So people who don't want to list their houses traditionally, right? Like, you don't want to hire professional photographers. Your house is not ready. It needs work. It needs to be fixed up. Or you've got late payments, you've got tax liens, you're about to lose your home, you're worried, you need to sell your house quick, right? So you don't have time to sit there and hire a real estate agent, fix your house up to where you can list it professionally and to where it can be sold. So what you do is you just take pictures on your own. You just log into the app, take pictures of your house. It's going to analyze all your pictures, and it's going to analyze your property against all of the other properties around in your area to do comparable sales pricing. So you'll know exactly what your house is worth based off of other houses that have sold in the area. And it'll give you an estimate. It's going to give you a report, an off-market report. So like, if you need to sell your house now, here's what investors are going to be looking for. Your house needs a little bit of work, right? So in that case, your house is not going to be worth the normal listing price, what the house next door sold for, because the house next door sold is fully renovated. It's brand new. It's got new paint. It's got new tiles. It's got new kitchen. Got new bath. Your house is 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, whatever it is, it needs some work. Here's how much all those repairs are going to cost. And an investor, someone who buys your house, is going to have to put money into it. They're going to have to put this much money into it to fix it up to be able to sell it for this price. So your house is actually only worth this much. Now, we've got buyers on the other side right now waiting in your area, willing to pay this price. You can send your report off to those investors, or you can just keep this report for yourself and don't list your website. But the point is to sell your house off the market. So there's investors willing, ready to pay, because we've already done the work that the investors would normally have to do. We've already seen pictures of your house because you uploaded pictures of every room in your house, the exterior, the interior, the bathroom, the kitchen. So, and AI is so good that it can analyze it. It can also tell you exactly what it's going to cost to fix it. Like, hey, I noticed that the cabinets are old style and the appliances are very old. You're probably going to have to end up replacing them. The air conditioning is also super old. Or, hey, we did research on your property. We know that you have back taxes for 2 or 3 years. So an investor is going to have to come up and pay those. So that's the cool thing about Dealflow AI app. It's a work in progress, but actually, I mean, it's kind of ready to go already. You can literally log in, you can upload your photos and get a report on your property right now. The only thing that is a work in progress is the marketing side. I haven't done any marketing, but it's really ready to go. I'm looking for basically some local partner to help fund the marketing side a little bit and figure out exactly what area that we want to launch in. Maybe we want to launch in California. There's a lot of investors, a lot of real estate out there, but we'll figure out these cities that we want to launch in. I've already got a list of cities already, so that would do very well. So that's the real estate. That's the real estate side of my ventures, and I think that's the last of the requests that I've been working on right now. Well, actually, it's not the last of requests. I've also been working with a small business loan idea. A couple guys came to me with their business plan, and their business plan is quite good. Basically, they've got a lender and who does small business loans, and they've got their market, like restaurants, salons, med spas, construction companies, basically anyone who needs some funding to buy equipment or to rent a building or to build it out. If you've got an existing business, that's who they handle loans for. So we're working on building a platform for that as well, an intake process and like a credit checking system for businesses. So there is a such thing called a business credit. So we're learning all about that right now. At least I'm learning all about that right now, and how to build business credit and what lenders are looking for in order to give loans to small businesses. So this is another project in my pipeline, and now that should be about it. Aside from that, I've got a little bit more capacity to probably take on 1 or 2 more projects, but between all of that, I think I'm gonna have a full plate in all of my personal projects. But I think we can scale. I think we can still scale. So yeah, I've got room for about 1 or 2 more projects. And just 1 more project right now would be amazing. If you've got some idea, you've got a business plan, you've got something you want to work on, send me a message and let's talk about it. Let's put a plan together and let's start making some progress on your idea. All right. So that's pretty much it. I think a 30-minute video is a great way to start the day. Now I'm gonna get back to work. My weekly quota is just about to reset. I maxed it out last night on cloud development, and I'm gonna go back to editing my Sumatra trip. I got a meeting in 2 hours. I got 2 meetings today on that small business loan and on the real estate website. So we're gonna be planning a lot today. So I'm gonna get back to work and work on some of my personal projects before the meetings. And talking about Dealflow, that really got me excited. I'm gonna put a little bit of work on that, and I'm gonna just spruce it up a little bit. It's been a couple months since I touched that repo, so I'm gonna get back at it and I'm gonna get it back up. You know, it really sounds like a good idea, and I think there are some homeowners out there that would just love to have that opportunity to get out from under their house if they are struggling or just want to sell quickly and it needs work. I'm sure there's a lot of houses out there that just, but you know, people need somewhere to go. You know, not everyone wants to sell, but unfortunately, sometimes you do have to sell. Like actually, I've got a house right now that's 90% finished, but we don't have funds right now to put in the air cons or put in baseboards and just clean it up a little bit, finish the painting, put in carport ceiling, and yeah, fix this little like plumbing thing. But yeah, we don't have the funds right now to finish it, so it's just sitting there, and I've got a small loan on that house where I'm just paying monthly, and it's like, okay, this is not making sense right now. We need to try to sell it, unfortunately, and it's not 100% ready, so it's a bit hard to sell traditionally. Like it's kind of like an off-market deal. Like I'm also selling it for a loss right now. Like I put more money into it, so yeah, I've kind of got an off-market listing already on that property. It's a Thailand property, but yeah, still kind of works the same way. So I'm looking for an investor that wants to purchase that property. There's still, and all you have to do is put not much money into it, and it'll be ready to sell. You can professionally take photos and rent it out to someone if you wanted to. So, yeah, I'm gonna work back on that real estate website, and also try to sell this house. So, okay, catch you guys later. Have a good one.